3D audio is going to be a game changer in the world of
been
video
a
games. I'm
generation.
pretty sure Tecmo Bowl has a speed run.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to this week's Most Elite podcast. I've tried to record this video a couple of times now, but like this, as always, there's like construction or something going on outside, and all these construction dudes are like literally yelling at the top of their lungs for some reason. I don't understand it. I mean, they're right next to each other. Why are they yelling? They're not even using like heavy tools. I think they're just picking stuff up and putting it down. And yet I'm hearing their full conversation at max volume. It's about this guy's girlfriend, and like apparently they argue a lot, and she has this boyfriend that he knows about, but she doesn't know that he knows. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Days of Our Lives, guys? Do your jobs and go home. Like, what am I hearing this early in the morning? It's early as hell in the morning, man. I'm trying to squeeze this in. You know? I don't know, man. It's really depressing stuff. Like, every single time I try to record, no matter the time, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6, 7, just crazy loud sounds in my fucking background. And I could edit them out. I used to. But, like, when it became every time, then I just got like, defeated. And I just didn't want to. So anyway, the game you're going to see today is called Madison. And it's a horror game. It just came out this month. I've been waiting for it because I like horror games. I don't know if you know this. I'm a horror game guy. I played it. It was just going to be a podcast. I was just going to talk about its atmosphere and stuff. I'll do that in this episode, but it was just going to be a podcast. But I played it in the Discord for my friends, and they really enjoyed it. So I figured I will play the whole game. And the reason I said that because my friend, he told me that there's some puzzles in this game that are ridiculous. He told me that, like, he told me there's some puzzles in this game that honestly don't make any sense. So I said, alright, I like hard puzzles. I like supposedly scary games. So I'll do it. You know, yeah, there you go. There's that loud banging. That's what I was talking about. Now, I need you to know, listeners, if you're still listening, I need you to be aware that I tried to record this an hour ago, and all that shit was going on. I gave it 45 minutes, and it died down. Not a peep. No sounds. I was like, all right, this is the time I'm going to squeeze it in. The second I start recording, this is what you get. Now, I don't know if there's a spy cam in my room that shows when I'm doing something I genuinely care about, or what the situation is. That is because this doesn't happen when I'm just dicking around, like when I'm at work, when I'm actually doing tasks at work, you know, like when I'm like doing a store or talking to a technician or something. This does not happen. Only when I sit down to record this podcast that I really love does the world come alive. And I don't personally understand it. And I wish I had answers. I do. So I wish I had a time frame where I could do this. Like, cause what I used to do was I would record for like 10 hours, right? And then I could just upload every day. And I would never run out of videos that way, which is a good way to do it. And even if it's not every day, every 3 days. So one day, 2 day, 3 day, take a 5-day break. Or, 4 days, because 7 days. Jesus Christ, 90 days a week. But yeah, that's what I would do, right? But yeah, lately I've not even been able to do that. So anyway, this game is Madison. It is a walkathon-y sort of horror game. Now, I've talked at length about how I don't like these sort of games because they, you know, the scares are like cheap scares, you know. Because, like, the perspective, there's no FOV slider in these games. Like, I don't think I've played one where I could pull the screen back. And the reason it's like that is because if the camera is this tight all the time, whenever something enters that field of view, it'll always look closer to you than it actually is. Even if it's really far away, it'll look really close whenever something enters that field. So that in conjunction with the sounds, this game uses 3D audio, which is really cool. I have a 3D audio headphone, so what they do in this game, which I appreciate because it's less scary, but what they do in this game is they just make sounds around the house. Like you'll hear like a can knock over right behind you or something, or a plank having pressure applied to it, like something is standing on it. All in the name of scaring you. All well and good stuff. But you know that sort of stuff, like the field of view has always been an issue for me in these sort of games. So yeah, I played this with my friends in the Discord, and they really enjoyed it. And they were like, "Oh, yeah," they were saying, "Yeah, there's some puzzles in this that are really gonna piss you off." So I said, "All right, let's play it. We're gonna play the whole thing." Right now, I'm not playing the game. I've already recorded the footage you're seeing. I'm simply recording myself over it because I didn't have time because of loud ass sounds outside during the time that I, recorded the gameplay footage. So I'm coming back hours later, and it's still a lot of sounds, and I'm thinking I should have just fucking did it regular. So episode 2 will be regular. It'll be me and the game at the same time, and I can sort of react in real time. This is just to give you an idea of what this game is. It's like a puzzle solving game in which you use a camera. And so what makes these scares not cheap so much, there's still some cheap scares. This mechanic right here, the camera. The camera is a tool to solve puzzles. So like right there where I took the picture and the world around it changed. That is how the camera works. So you can take a picture and it'll help you solve puzzles in the environment, which I think is really clever. It's a clever way. Not only is it clever gameplay mechanic, but it's also clever because every time you pick that camera up to your face, there's tension. And there's tension because you don't know what's going to appear on the other side after you take the picture. And your perspective doesn't change. It's not like you look in a viewfinder, because that would be really lazy. No, the camera stays out. You see the camera the whole time you take the picture. But the world around you changes depending on what you're taking a picture of. And the pictures help you solve puzzles in this world, and apparently the puzzles are crazy. So I'm really, really excited to go about puzzle solving. So yeah. And that's why I figured I would make it a series. I don't know if I'll beat the game, because if the puzzles are too hard, then I probably won't beat it. Or I'll beat it, but just not on YouTube. So it's funny. When I recorded this gameplay, the game, the interact key wasn't E, and it was like click in, mouse wheel and stuff, and a couple of other different things. Like but see the head bob, you can turn that off now, right? The head bob and hand sway and stuff. Literally the second day I went to go record this, they updated it, and you can like change those things for people who get motion sick. Make it a little bit more accessible for those who want to play this game but feel sick by looking at it. And I was like, wow, I wish that stuff was in the game when I went to do it. So even here, like, so it's a picture, you take a picture of the picture, and boom, the world changes around you. You never know what's going to happen when you do that, and I think that's really cool. So if you examine this picture, it's all puzzle solving. The picture is pointing. He's pointing behind you. So if he's pointing behind you, you turn around, and there's a door now where there was no door. So that's the sort of game, that's what you can sort of expect from this game. Now, I did play a little further in, and there actually is a threat in this game. I thought it was like a walking thing. I don't know if you can die in this game. I know you can die in Visage, which was the game that I was playing that looked like this. That game you can die in, and I didn't know that, so I was just sort of fucking around when I was playing that game. And yeah, I ended up dying. And I was like, oh, you can die in this. I didn't even know you could die. This game, I don't know if you can die. It'd be cool if you could, but I don't know. So we'll have to find out together. Now I could just look it up. There's already completed. It's probably a fucking speed run for all I know, you know. But I mean, I don't like to ruin the experience for myself. Sorry about that pause there. Sounds behind me, and I was like, oh, these fucking construction guys, man. I tell you. So yeah, this scene here is explaining the woman Madison and what she's done. Take a picture of that. God, I'm see how this shakes. And it shakes because it reveals. So if you look on the wall, those symbols are all blanked out. But in the picture itself, there's numbers and symbols now. So it's like leading you. It's leading you along. You know, the game isn't overordered or anything. There's things you can do and things you can't until you get the items. It's all very linear. And I'm excited to see what happens, really. I'm excited to see what happens. And I'm excited for you guys to see what happens. I know I've been away for my fans who watch this show. I apologize. I do work a 9-to-5 job, as I mentioned previously, as this does not give me any money at all. Maybe one day it will with your support. That'd be pretty sick. But for now, I work a job. And, yeah, it just takes a lot of time. I work 10 hours a day. And then by the time I'm off work, it's crazy late. That's why I try to record these crazy late. And believe it or not, the world doesn't stop moving when it's crazy late. Who knew? I thought for sure at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., people would be asleep. Nah, they're not asleep. They're outside my apartment, driving like maniacs. Anyway, we're coming up on the end of this episode. I think we got like 30 seconds left. So, you like, comment, subscribe if you want. There's no pressure on this channel, or don't, you know. I hope you've enjoyed this quick play of Madison. Tomorrow or whatever day, we'll get some more going. We'll record some more, and we'll hopefully beat this game. I mean, it looks pretty fun. I think I stopped recording here at the door. I do. All right, everybody. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.